Okay, we're back. And we're going to head into Lair. And we're going to clear out Lair. Got our first slight problem, but we should be able to berserk this Mamba down, and we do. I like the fact that there's a hallway here. You don't always get that. One of enslavement, that's good to see. Might even motivate me to use... might even motivate me to train some evocations, but probably not. I need to drop some stuff. Let's drop steel tomahawks. Okay, that's an accuracy. We'll drop that. Eight-headed Hydra. He's moving quite fast. Let's see if we can disperse him. Seems to have teleported him rather than blinked him. I must have blinked him and then he was just out of range. Oh, this is not good. He's just too close for me to feel comfortable about engaging. But we're on floor 1, so it's not an option to go up and come back down another floor. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice on floor number 2. I don't want to be in melee with this thing because I have no AC. I have little EV, and he does up to 18 damage for each attack. So with 8 heads, that's almost 160. Basically my entire hit point supply, so let's see. Alright, it's Herald. I feel more comfortable about fighting him. Sort of. Maybe not. Let's use Brothers in Arms. How is my troll not getting out of this with his incredible strength? I'm going to use Javelins of Returning here. Okay, well, shockingly useless Brother in Arms for being an Iron Troll. Very surprising. I'm going to leave this book. It has Portal Projectile, so we may actually want to use that at some point. Book of Air, though, we don't care about. Well, no, Book of Air has Swiftness, so we'll leave both those books. This was poorly done because I'm slow. First of all, I'm going to eat the jelly. Secondly, I'm going to charm this thing. I'm going to use Trollocs Hand so I regenerate a bit. Let's see if I can melee this stuff down. Oof, 12 damage, huh? Scattershot really doesn't do much when you don't have any training. Man, he can get 2 attacks, I believe. I'm going to use a Curing. And 1 more. Yeah, this isn't quite working, is it? Alright, I'm gonna bite the bullet and use a Scroll of Blinking. Get him with the Javelin. Just needed my throwing to work out for me, but I don't know. That's on me for berserking in that situation. I really shouldn't have. I should have backed up to the hallway. That worked out. I could swap on our cold, but it's not really necessary for a single rhyme drake. Oh boy! We've been shafted 2 floors. This is certainly an exciting lair. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy by himself. Fortunately, we're gonna have to fight a goodly number of these things. I'm using this instead of large rocks because, well, large rocks still take quite a while to fire. I'm gonna try large rock actually. Yeah, this is okay. It's doing quite a lot of damage, so. Might be a good spot for Brothers in Arms, but I would rather not, if possible. So we kind of create a choke point here manually. I'm killing the elephant first, even though he's in the flame, because, well, they're the biggest source of damage here. It looks like it works out. Nice. Looks like we've mulched one of our large rocks. Not a huge deal. We should find more before too long. There's a stairway up, which we would very much like to take. Okay. That one's contested. Let's try this one. Okay, let's drop some food here. Just bread. Only need to carry 1 food with you on most characters. 1 type of food, I mean. Let's go to the hallway. We do still have some curare, by the way. Shouldn't forget about that. I probably should have used that in that wolf situation earlier. Oh boy. Can take some pretty good damage from these guys. It's only 18, but that's as much as a Hydra had. Okay, here is the Nemesis. Spiny Frog, of course, he goes down pretty fast to a Javelin as long as it hits. We got another one here. One Javelin doesn't kill it. Two Javelins don't kill it. Three finishes it off. I'm really liking this Trog throwing or Trog ranged plan. I think it's one of those things that seems suboptimal when you don't think about it too hard. But in reality, is it suboptimal? I don't think so. I think it's actually really good. Alright, Lair 1 was where that Hydra is. Trying to be a little bit careful here because there's an 8-headed Hydra walking around. I don't want to leave it, so we're going to auto-explore until we find it. There he is. And let's see if we can take him out with the Javelins. Actually, with large rocks. It's not working. Gonna need to reset. Simply come up another staircase. There he is. Nah, we're not going to risk it. Probably could have killed him with the one shot, but wow, he's already full health again. They seem to heal quickly. But I'm definitely not going to leave this dude here. There we go. Okay, as far as loot so far, nothing really except for books. And these needles of paralysis. That's pretty cool. We may already be at the point where we can paralyze Hydras with those. We have a big old stack of Identify, which I'm not sure when I picked those up, but let's use them. We can turn off Potions of Berserk Rage, since we're worshipping Trog. Three, 4, 5. Looks like we probably have Spider Nest here. Jumping spiders are a bit annoying to deal with. I do have quite a lot of EV. Oh wow, that is a lot of basilisks, but they can't petrify me even when I don't have Trog's hand up, because I just have too much MR lying around. So let's just throw some large rocks. Well that didn't quite work. We're going to use Trog's hand for the regenerate, since we're rather hurt. Javelin of Return is doing some serious work. I'm going to go ahead and put on Ring of Ice. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. This was one of those square vaults. Didn't really have any immolation, so well, what are you gonna do? That's odd. I thought the book would go right by him. I'm surprised that that made him angry. It's not like books can do damage. You toss away Book of Death. Book of Death hits your basilisk but does no damage. Okay, well I learned something today. That's fine. I don't want to use stones. I want to use Javelin of Returning. Wow, there's just so much. Wow. Like, I have to deal with these barbs is the thing. So that's fine. We're just gonna let Brothers in Arms do the work, which I probably should have done from the start. Alright, that was a little bit questionable. Imagine if we had had immolation. I mean, we probably do have immolation, just not identified. And the line of sight situation there was not ideal for trying to do that, because I really didn't know that it was a square vault until I walked in, or until some time had passed, until I realized so much stuff was coming out. So it's a decent spot to engage in melee or with throwing, but unless I took the step up here, I really had no way of knowing there was so much stuff. Come on. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, that was Lair 4. Actually, I guess no, I'm going to leave those Silver Tomahawks, just for inventory space. Thankfully, we got shoals, so hopefully there are a ton of Cyclope in there, because I would love to be throwing nothing but large rocks. Okay, we'll roll the dice on this. It's Faith. Faith is good to have. Faith is great to have, in fact. Okay. Let's keep going. Scroll of Fear, we certainly want that. What can we drop? We can drop the War Axe. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use the new skill target mechanic. Well, first of all, I'm gonna get fighting to. Whoops. How do I do it though? I see that it's set skill target. Oh, nice. 17. So we'll do that, and it'll warn me presumably once I get to 17. This is the best addition I've seen in this game in a long time. I can drop some of this Ice Blast. I'm more poised, so I don't need to worry about this. Alright, this is one of those things. I'm going to try these scrolls. Oh. Wow, wasn't expecting that. Plan B. I'll just, wow, what a shame. I can always walk away. All things being equal, I'd like to duke it out. Unfortunately, that Hydra is gonna make that an impossibility. No immolation for me today. Okay, so it warns me that I reached 17. Now we put on throwing, set a skill target, D, 26. So we're going to train throwing to 26. Why not 27? Well, first of all, the experience required to get from 26 to 27 is ludicrous. Second of all, I really just want my large rocks to be a min delay. Oh, wow! Alright, whoever wrote this code is awesome. It actually even... That's... what a convenience. So yeah, in 5 levels we'll get there. 5.5. That's neat. That's really neat that it shows you that information. What? I got teleport trapped. Alright, this is fine. This shouldn't be like the entire vault. Wow, okay, well, I guess we'll remove our ice ring. It's fine, we can teleport if need be. We could eat quite a bit of damage from this thing. We are getting quite a bit of damage from this thing. Catching its breath, huh? Okay, fine. We'll teleport. We'll drink a heal wounds even. Heads. I feel comfortable using a javelin. Cool. a ruined spear. We don't need that. Alright, I should have stones on. Okay, box of beasts, that's good to have. Might even be worth training evocations now, but really I just want to focus my rocks up. Looks like there's a javelin here. I turned off my... I won't automatically go into shallow water. I think that's a good thing to keep on for a character like this, where walking into a Hydra could mean death. Okay, we'll clear this plant. Got a Hydra here. Let's see if we can finish him with large rocks. Remember, he moves quite quickly. Actually, we've made a mistake. We should be okay. Let's use javelins. Unfortunately, it does not kill him. He gets a ton of damage on me. We're gonna need to blink. This is pretty bad. We've cleared out the Hydra. Alright. So we had to use a blinking. That's on me. I should have been being a little more careful, honestly. This is Lair 6 after all. Okay, we got the forest. Let's use tomahawks to finish this stuff. Well, we killed the Bogart pretty easily. That's neat. Wow. Just have him run away for now. Or he can just die to that, that's fine with me. I really just want to walk away and heal up, so hopefully we aren't bothered. Looks like we're getting bothered a little bit. Well, this sucks. It's poisoned, so it'll probably die, whether I do anything or not. Still, let's try to kill it with the javelin. Okay, I want to get out of here. I want to get to a staircase, a place that's actually safe. Let's see if we can kill this thing. Well, we're gonna go up, so we don't have to fight two at once. Come on. It's not quite working. If I go below 50, yeah, okay. I was gonna say if I go below 50, I'm gonna resort to some more drastic measures. Wrestling with my interface for a second there. This is really... Wow, they are really not messing around here. This is the downside to focusing this heavily on stones, or on throwing, I mean. Our defenses are going to be crap. Probably should train some dodging. I had hoped to find some early dragon armor, but you can never assume that's going to happen. Seven-headed Hydra. Clearly the move here is to run away. Unfortunately, he's getting some random energy on me, so hopefully he won't end up next to me by the time we get to the staircase. Okay, we're gonna lure him away from the water. Also, that Spriggan with his super speed is doing me a favor and getting the Hydra away from me even further. If I had tried to take the more convenient route, going just from here to here, he would have gotten on that water, gotten the extra moves on me, and hit me. Finally, we found immolation. Really, I just want to set this place on fire. Good stuff. That's quite a flame, quite a blaze. Now anything that wants to fight me has to go through this. Okay, we'll do large rocks. Got him. Okay, we'll do this again. Don't have to deal with the bog art if it's on fire. Nice. This is really bad if I get paralyzed. I know it seems silly probably that I use Brothers in Arms for that one thing, but I'm not going to risk being paralyzed and dying. Although I guess I still could have because of the positioning. Well, this is cool. Free Oklov experience. Now, seems like we found Skull Crusher. Which I am told is one of the best things in the game. I mean, it's a speed GSC, so what more do you want? But more importantly, it gives me strength plus 7, which makes me way better at throwing. It makes my damage go up. 5.9, 6.9. Wow, we even have delay of 1. Or not delay, but delay of 1. That's pretty cool. Looks like we're coming up on around 40 minutes for this video. I might as well finish out dungeon real fast. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to train more maces. I mean, I might eventually, but... Oh, come on. It's really doing some work to me. Kind of fat-fingered the key there and ended up hitting it, or throwing my javelin the wrong direction, but that's fine. Alright, Curare on this guy. And then we can just large rock him to death. Really nice find, this Skull Crusher. Okay, we got some things to buy. Now we're going to drop Potions of Brilliance, I really only bought that so I could identify it. We have enough Lignify. Even if I feel like using it, I don't need more. Let's pull up this warrior. See if we can kill him with large rocks. And we got him. Come on, troll armor. Nope. Troll skin armor is a decent stopgap on your way to dragon armor. Oh, hey. I like that. Ring of protection. And just like that, we have dragon armor. It's not the best dragon armor, but it's worlds beyond what I'm using. Okay, we use Trog's Hand to eliminate the 2% chance of paralyze. We use Blinking because he berserked. We'll Curare him so he's slow. So he's effectively normal speed now. Take a few steps. I'm going to Curare him again. You know what? 19 throwing, +1 blowgun, and Rupert is how many hit die? 16? We have a decent shot at paralyzing him. And we get it. Let's use large rocks to finish him off. How about Francis? Even less hit die. We do the same thing to him. Okay, now hold on. Alright, I guess he summoned that before I paralyzed him. For a second I thought he had somehow summoned it, you know, before. Oh boy. Healing potion. Alright, fine. Reset this fight. The teleport. I really just want to rest up. So we'll do that. Bring this dude, and we will javelin him to death. Actually, let me see if I can whack him. Yeah, there we go. Psyche is here too. What an interesting floor. Full of uniques. Of course, she has incredibly low hit dice. So if we want to paralyze her... Oh wait, that was Curare. Okay, fine, good enough. Paralyzed. Curare, just for the poison, really. Large rocks. There we go. Yeah, wow. Really impressed with Skull Crusher. With such low training, I have, what, like a couple points? Yeah, 2.6. Nothing really. What a great weapon. Really the best thing we could have asked for outside of a weapon with a bunch of resistances on it, I guess. This is looking like it's going to shape up to be a rough floor. Death Knight, huh? Trying to get his hit die. Doesn't want to come up. For some reason, Beam is being kind of slow. Hit die 10. Well, I'm going to open with Curare, and I'm actually going to paralyze him as well. Good. Let's just whack him. Death Knight's rather tough for this point in the game, so I don't feel bad about using resources on him. Trog's gifts leave something to be desired, but again, Skull Crusher, I can't complain. Oh, it's Orc Sorcerer, but he can't paralyze me, so we'll just throw rocks at him. This is a bit of a problem. I can't really... Well, never mind. I was going to say I can't get him with the needles because of his shield, but apparently he's just not very good at blocking. Get myself some more large rocks. Now the cool thing about an ogre, well, or a troll for that matter, is you can really simplify your inventory management nonsense by simply using large rocks at some point in the game once you get enough of them. Because they don't really mulch that much. And you end up getting a ton from all the Cyclopses, stone giants, so on and so forth. We just don't happen to have very many just yet. I don't think I would take troll armor over acid dragon armor, but maybe. I was just thinking to myself what I would do if it spawned. Guess I'd have to check and see how bad the AC and EV was compared to what I'm working with now. Pretty happy with acid dragon armor though. Again, it's not the best, but it's got GDR. It's got enough AC that it's gonna actually do something for me, you know. If I had to choose one monster in the game that really annoys me, I think it might be Rakshasas. Just because they show up, they show up just early enough to be really annoying, and even later in the game they remain annoying because they can clone monsters that are incredibly dangerous. Right, let's pull these guys to the hallway. Should be able to just tab this mostly. Oh, full up on slots. This would be the reason why you want to train some evocations, but throwing kind of invalidates it, since I can just, or obsoletes it, just because I can, if I needed to, I could have used needles to take out that hornet. Uh-oh. we've been bamboozled. Let's teleport. Let's go up. And then the teleport goes into effect. Now we're going to hunt those guys down. Oops, we don't want to curare him. Okay, that was it. Giant club. Anti-magic. That might be worth carrying around. I always say I'm going to use anti-magic and then I never do. Chances are good. I'd rather just use my throwing. Okay, we've got a vault here. With a goodly number of things in it. So, I could roll in here and try to kill this stuff. I guess. Really just for the large rock supply. I don't think there's going to be any loot in here. Looks like there's a little area behind it, so maybe. Honestly, I think I'm just going to Brothers in Arms. I'll open it up and I'll let the Bia take care of it. I'll just hold on to some javelins. Somehow it got slowed. I'll wear See Invisible. I was rather hoping that wizard would die. I think I may have gotten him with a javelin just now. I guess I did. However, I believe this vault doesn't have anything in it. Oh, maybe it does. Some slimes. This kind of sucks. We don't have any source of RF plus yet. Got him with the Ice Blast. Ooh. We'll let Brothers in Arms take care of this guy. Even if my large rock could probably do it. I'm using Brothers early and often, and the reason is because I have faith. Oh. Why bother having a ruined door if it can just come out the back? Just a thought. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy that I've gotten so much. Wow. That's a pretty good amulet. That's an excellent amulet, actually. Makes me want to swap off my faith. I'm not gonna. I mean, Brothers in Arms is probably better than this, but on the other hand, I would have some pretty good EV from it. And the extra strength, and the SH. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. This will make me better most of the time. I just won't be able to spam Brothers in Arms so much. Although Faith would have kept me in the business of ammo, I don't really need to worry about it that much. I mean, he'll gift it to me even without Faith. Wow, 11 haste. That's outrageous. Okay, so that's a neat little vault. I kind of like how it forces you to take the risk of unlocking this thing. And you don't get to see what the rest is. You just know that it's dangerous. I think that is a neat little vault. Just gonna finish out dungeon here. We're at the point where floating eyes could show up. Actually, I think they could show up before this, but I really need to look up the rules for floating eye generation because, well, they become kind of my mortal enemies, so I might as well be well aware of where I'm going to have to deal with them. Okay, we can drop this Ring of Ice. We have one that's strictly better. Another amulet. So much loot. We're not going to wear a Star Corrode item. I'm noticing a surprising amount of plus int. 6-int ring, 5-int ring, 2-int amulet. If I wanted to turn this dude into a caster, that might be the path. Although I don't, and I won't. Let's put See Invisible on. Nice, more Silver Javelins. Although Silver Javelins aren't terribly important to us, honestly, because large rocks still do more damage to orbs of fire. That's just how good large rocks are. Well, maybe not. I was thinking about that, and I was really only calculating it on the base damage. But like, if the 75% extra from silver also applies to... If it also applies to your damage that you're getting from throwing and from strength and so on and so forth, which I believe it does, yeah, it doesn't say base damage, it says damage. So, you know, I've been wrong. Silver javelins are still the best thing to use against orbs of fire, even on somebody who can use large rocks. Okay, this could be bad quick. Alright, less bad. Okay. Not bad. Melee concern me because, I mean, well, they smite. They're super fast. And that's pretty much a winning combo, you know. Ooh, Passage of Galubria. We will not burn this book. I am swapping off Trog for sure. Once we're ready to go into Zot. Or possibly after Zot 4. That is going to be the new base strategy. And I'll get into, I mean, I already talked about it a little bit in a previous video, I believe, but I'll get into this a little more once we're ready to do it. I guess I should have had Skull Crusher on while I was throwing the regular ammo, since the strength bonus. It is kind of cool that we found the best ogre weapon while playing an ogre. Man, so much invisible on this floor. It's like nothing but a small annoyance to this character. Just gotta swap on See Invisible, you know. Well, even that's not necessary, but that's nice. Okay, so anyway. We have enchant armor, but this character is going well enough that I don't think I need to enchant up Acid Dragon Scales. I really want to hold out for GDA. Mostly for the resistances, since, well, we haven't had a lot of luck with resistances other than our poise and, well, our core, which we don't really need. Plus, if I wear GDA, I can swap this cloak off for something else, assuming I find it. Something with maybe MR or Invis, Blink even. I don't know if Blink can show up on a cloak, but, you know, I have more options. I don't even need our poise, but it's nice to have. But really, it's for the RF Plus and the RC Plus. So we're going to cut the video here. Next time, we'll probably go into Shoals. Spider is a bit of an issue for this character. Even though we have the Acid Dragon armor now, we're still not doing so hot on the AC front. So getting surrounded by redbacks, very bad. On the other hand, we have a ton of, well, we don't have a ton of Curare anymore, but we have a good amount of needles of paralysis. If I wanted to, I could go grab regular poison needles, which might be decent in Spider. Something to think about. But really, I think Shoals is the way to go. So next video I'll do that. I'll turn off the auto-exploring into shallow water. Well, I'll turn it on so that it's not too tedious. And I think we'll do okay as long as we just try to fight it ranged and be very careful around javelineers, since our defenses are still quite bad. Almost to 26. We're making progress. A few more levels. Actually, if I want, I can... Wait, what is it? If I... Where did I find that before? I'm looking for... I saw where it said when I would reach my... Huh, I don't know where this is. Oh well. There was a thing I found earlier in one of these screens that told me when I was likely to reach my... when I was going to reach, like how many levels it would take to reach my skill training target. But I seem to have forgotten where it showed up. I thought it was M, or not M, but I thought it was percentage, which takes you to this screen. It's not Control-O for the dungeon map, it's not percentage for your stats. This seems to be the logical location for it, but it's not here. This is the other logical location for it, the skill screen, but it's not here. Oh well, I'll figure it out. So, next time, shoals, spider. Until then, I'm signing off.